Yeah. So previous time you have seen this, correct? I think just at least time. So it's on this autopilot system related connections, correct? Started with this Pixox system, then mission planner already explained how is working that. Then I given the different components about this. Okay. Then I think I share about the propulsion system also. And today just I will show you the payload related. Antenna I have not got from the other lab. So if you see the some propulsion system related, then I discussed the battery motors, correct? And this motors come with this type of ESC. Okay. So this ESC is different. You see, this is the OS motor. So OS motor comes with the different ESC. Okay. And this ESC don't have power. Okay. External power supply. So this need a power, but this cannot power the any flight controller. So if you are using this, especially this to connect with the flight controller output, then your flight controller rails is not going to be powered. Okay, so for that purpose we are expecting some ESC or maybe voltage regulator which can power the flight controller rail itself. Okay, so you have to power this side when you see this. Okay, all this rail. So that's the idea. This has a different costly ESC, but this has a inbuilt power. Like this can give you power. BEC is there. Okay, 5 volt, 5 ampere current can give you. So this was I was telling why this type of ESC required today and what is the importance of this. Okay, function will be the same to control the motors. Okay, only things that this can power your autopilot system also. So if flight controller is not connected with this battery, okay, you will get the power directly from the ESCLs. Okay, otherwise at least rarely you will get the power. So most of the flight controllers like autopilot systems coming with this part, like you should have external supply to the autopilot system. Okay, so that is the idea that you have to remember here. Okay, then engine side already I told about this. So just I'm switching the different types of the electronics. So I think just I brought the fuel. Most of the I think is 40%, 50% just setup which is required for the aircraft, smaller aircraft, your drone you can tell already here. Okay. So starting with the autopilot system related, starting with the telemetry. Okay. And the telemetry I given the another type of the different type of communication system, correct? So costly another communication system is not here. I think those things kept in the lab now. So I will show you. Then next thing I told you have transmitter RC control with the receiver. So working on this. So I will be showing through the DJI related. So at least you will get the some images or maybe control also. So I will remove the propeller. So that is the important part you have to remove when you're testing in the like a lab or maybe in chamber or maybe home. Okay, so you should not use the propeller in the chamber. Okay, so should we like outside is fine. That is the fine. So that is the one systems like this. This is the RC, and you have telemetry to communicate with this. Okay, so this is the like both telemetry as well as the data link, your payload related data. So you have a camera in this. Okay, this is the inbuilt camera, and you are transmitting signal from like what is the communication system available inside the drones to the your RC. So you are getting that, and you are connecting maybe either mobile or maybe tablets. What you want, you can connect with that. Okay, so I don't know if wire is there or not. We'll see that. I think it's not there. Okay, I missed it. Okay, I will check once again. because there is need of the wire connectors. We'll check in the lab. Okay, so this is the one part. Just give me, I will bring the wire, otherwise.
So your voice is not audible.
Yes, I think cable is not there. Okay, so this is the one another like hardwares. Mostly you can get the signals which coming from the camera. Okay, so camera mostly will be on the UAV side, and then this will in your hand. Okay, so I will show you maybe if after connecting the battery, we will check that. So we need a proper. Yeah, so when you check if any camera is there, then you will receive the signals. After scanning this will scan your, if your any signals is working, yeah, available, then this will show you directly. Means this should be charged. Otherwise, you have to connect physically with the any cable to power this. So always required to charge this. Once you charge, then you can use. Anywhere you can take just 100 kilometer range or whatever video TX or TX range that you can capture. So this is the one system. In hand you can capture the information. Another like if you want to capture the information through this. My port is not working properly. So you can go with your mobile also to download the data. You are uploading the data. Okay. So if you want to visualize your information, you can go ahead with your mobile based type of telemetry or maybe RX to receive the signal. So you have that one also. This also. Another type, you can go ahead with the monitor. Okay. So if you want to display to the monitor, then either you are physically connecting with the camera directly to the HDMI port, or maybe you are using the Wi-Fi connection, or maybe long range telemetry communication system using this. Now smart TV also they are capturing directly with your internet protocol. So Wi-Fi as well as the internet you can use for the receiving the data. So lots of options are there for pilot type. Other options mostly if you have this type of VR type. Okay. So you can use this type of also. After once camera on, then maybe you will get the signal from there.
Sir? Sir, in the background, it's like greasing, sir.
Yeah, actually that one system was on. So another type of display you will see. This. Are you able to see that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So various type of display systems are there. Depends on your need or applications. You can go ahead with either going to use the VR type, or maybe you have a mobile based, a tablet based, or maybe handheld type of monitors, or maybe you have separate monitor, your smart TV for getting the data. So this is the just one monitor side, like a display system side, how is working this. Okay. Next, when you will go, then you have camera setup. Okay. So this is the you have zooming options. You can zoom. This is 30x. So 1 kilometer or 5 kilometer ahead. Mostly one. This will support 1 kilometer. So if 1 kilometer anything is there, you can zoom, and you can see what is there. So mostly in the lab we are testing this also. You have like you can focus that, then zoom till 30x. So it is there. Okay. And for connecting this inside, because all are servo motor inside, correct? For zooming that, or maybe you're creating focus for clear pictures. So you have to control that also. So you need a controller. This has a controller. Okay. This particular controller will be connected with your camera. Okay. And then once you have that, then normally they will give you how to transmit the signals. Okay. So you should check which is the transmitting signals in this, and you're connecting with your transmitter. So actually you are connecting the transmitter, and this is the low distance related, but you can go with the 5 kilometer or more than that also, based on the other what we have. Okay, so this is the idea, like how your transmitters should be get connected with your controller, and controller will be connected with your camera. Okay, so you have receivers. Mostly we connect the receiver, and receiver can be controlled through the RC. So what the RC signal comes from there, you feed it to the your controller, and controller will give to the your servo to the camera for zoom, or maybe doing focus, that one only. Okay, and this signal once comes, like this is the audio signals, correct? So audio video both are coming from here. Okay, so what is the main target? This is the analog signal, because that we have used this. Otherwise, if you digital, or maybe you are going to use the internet protocols, IP based camera, then you have different. Okay, so do use the Ethernet type of cables. Then that time you require different models. This will support only analog models, not digital models. Okay, so is it analog information is coming or digital information is coming? You should remember this. So first, if you check, you have multiple wires in this, and multiple wires based on the rating here, because one ground, then voltage supply will be there, then signal, audio or video signals will be there. Okay, so that way mostly will be connecting according to the your controller. What are the controller options are there? So if transmitting video, they will give you the proper options. If audio video are there, or one ground. Sometimes if only video, then video, ground, and then supply. Those things will be there. Okay, in the monitor side also, you will get the similar type of huge connections. So this has your again audio video signals related HDMI, then VGA ports, then power supply for this monitor. You can switch the channels, which channels that is available. Okay, so this is just one basic setup for this, and going with the little bit advanced when we are talking the costly equipment, going with the thermal or maybe normal also. So this is time being one IR camera. Okay, and thermal imaging also we have. Thermal imaging, when you capture the data, you require the software to see that. Okay, so I will highlight this one. So I will remove this from here. Okay, so directly you can get the data from the camera through the HDMI ports. So if you see from the monitor side, I think I will say once. This is there, yeah. I will show you. So this is the HDMI USB mini USB port, which given here also. Okay, you have to connect it with the camera, but this is a physical connections. Okay, so if connecting the physically, then you should give the freedom. This is not like able to control the gimbal for a roll pitch, yeah, because you are connecting physically. But when you are connecting like through the Wi-Fi or maybe RF signals, or maybe have communication system, then through the communication system, this is not require any constants. So you can go ahead with all controls for all pitch, yeah. Okay, so did the idea, and so you should give the control signals through the receiver. So we connect this type of receiver on this. Okay, you can see the huge wiring. Again, one controller is there. This controller actually for camera. So physically you will get the wire connected. I don't know you are able to see or not. This is the wire, and this wire connected with the, I think if you're able to see this. Okay, so you see inside. I think if you check proper, then you will get the idea. So this is your camera. Internally all motors are there to control the roll pitch, yeah. Okay, and then you have wiring, because this will go like this. Okay, so all wires, what you see the wires all here. Okay, these wires go through the, these are all the motors, correct? These are the motors. Again, this is the motors. So these are the motors. Okay, so this will give you your, what is this? ER motion, correct? And then this is the your pitch. And if you're looking like a roll, then you can go ahead. So this is the roll, and this is the your pitch will give you, and complete rotation of this will give you, yeah. Okay, so depends what is the rotation you are expecting. So in the aircraft, mostly we expect all or all pitch yaw should operate based on the need. And this is the your what is the wires comes from each motors with the focus or maybe how to control the your camera. All are coming through these connections and will be passing. So flat cable you can see this. Okay, I don't know is it able to see or not, but you can see that. And this cable going to be passed to your controller. Okay, so read the idea and see this cable actually connected with the controllers. So how many motors are there or the servos are there inside in the camera? Every hatch one wire, and this controller takes place all those controlling activities related to camera. Okay, so till this is actually physically connected with your camera. Okay, that you have to remember. And then rest starts how you are going to assemble all this. Okay, so if you check with this all, just I will remove this one. This is the GPS. Okay, autopilot system connected there. If you go with this, that's time being removed here. The GPS heading and your flight controller heading should be same. So if you check this, I think you have to check what are these options. You see, this is the receiver part, correct? This is one port receiver. So we have to connect to the one receiver. So just see, this connected with the receiver. Where the receiver, you can check that. This connected with the receiver. So receiver will be down. I think you're not able to see that, but blue color you can see. Okay, down, blue one. So actually this is the down. So one receiver depends like which channel you are looking at. Otherwise you have another. You can check where we are connecting. Okay, so you check S bus. So this down one we are connecting here. Okay, all other for output channels. So this is the just example I brought that. It is the same thing, only have a sign. One this is for pitch. Okay, and this is for your so just you can read what are these controls are there, pitch, then different modes are there. To zoom you can do that, to focus you can do that, picture you want you can control the picture, you want to record you can record. Okay, so this is audio signal, like if you want to connect with the let's transmitter, correct? I want to transmit, not physically I want to connect, I want to transmit. Then you should have another cable. So just I have taken out this. Okay, you have to connect with your transmitter like this. Okay, so already where you're connecting your audio signal, this one, audio signals, we are connecting actually this cable. So that's the idea. And so there will be audios channel also, which channel going to use to just connect with the transmitter. Then this signal will get transmitted. Okay, that will get transmitted. If your this system connected, I don't know is it there is a problem or not, otherwise I will show you, because sometimes you get damage within a few seconds. So I will check once. Okay, so that's the one thing. So all the functions of this controller you are feeding to the servo. Okay, why we are feeding to the servo? Because servo antenna, receiver antenna is check. So receiver going to be get the signal from the your system. Okay, remote control RC system. So RC will give you signal based on the what are the channels you assign. Okay. What are the channels you assign? Any channels for picture or audio, video. Okay, depends. If you want to record, you can go ahead with that. So that signal is coming actually to this receiver. The receiver signal as per the output is feeding to the controller, and then based on the controller that camera get controls. Okay, that is one thing. So what is this function of this again? Why we do this? Okay, because this is a standalone without the autopilot system. If you want to get control through the autopilot system, means all signal, this receiver actually giving signal to the autopilot system. Okay, mostly we never connect like this, otherwise this is a separate unit. This is separately working. So time being we have kept separately working. Okay, other same you can assign to these channels, depends how many channels you're going to use. Okay, so if you want, you can control this, and then let's say this can control whole this. Okay, so autopilot system signal will be fed to the your maybe directly this. Okay, so all these connections going to feed here. Okay, if you have a single motor, or maybe if multiple motors, then will be problem, because maybe you will find the channel number problem. Okay, because a few channels only are there. If you're using for most of the channel for motor, then will be problem. Okay, so that is the idea. Either you go with the directly receiver get connected with this, or receiver, let's say, will get connected with this, but the receiver giving signal to the autopilot system. An autopilot system channels, especially which designed for the camera, will be feeding, controlling the controller of the camera. Okay, this is the basics idea. And then this, I think, one controller already explained in the previous class. So this is another type of controller, autopilot system, and every autopilot system comes with this GPS system. Okay, and GPS systems forward, like they will give you mark. If you check the mark, then you will get the mark here, and you will check the mark here also. Okay, so you should have same align mark to match the your headings. Okay, it is there. Rest other power models, those things you know that I think I explained in the previous class also. In another system, mostly because these are costly, so we always keep a little bit controlled environment, like all supplies should we get control. So this is the power supply regulator. Okay, so what is the voltage you will give? Around you can give 6 to 7 volt, and this will give you maximum 5 volt, 6 volt, or 7.4 volt. Okay, so if any systems on board, if you require other 5 volt or 6, maybe 6 volt or 7.4 volt, then you can use this type of regulator. Okay, so I will show you a little bit. Let's see if particular camera is powered, then we can show you the images also, data also. Other thing, I think servo, you have seen this. This is the servo. So you have these are all costly servo. This 50 kg CM. Okay, so you have few servos, different servos are there. Power supply. You'll see that I have to go through the proper wiring, because this is the time where we do the mistake mostly. Multimeter is not here. Any ground, anything's happened, wrong wiring, then we will stop. Okay. Just for the longer period. So we'll check once. Check the wiring. I think this wire audio is not connected. So okay, it's fine. You can go with the video only. This should be connected, I think. So this wire is actually, I have to check once. That's a little bit. So I will check the wiring. Is it net is not going?
Sorry, your camera is not.
Yeah, so I have to check the all connections first, then only we can power, because these are a very powerful battery. This becomes like a bomb. Okay, if anything's happened, then you can't see next time to me. So that is like a dangerous thing. Twice I have seen in the lab that happened. I have to get protected from that also. So just I will check. This wire has some problem. I will just separate out this because some wire is disconnected. After looking only we can connect this. Okay, so let's keep separate this. Now you have another connections. Another camera is there. We can check this. So just 1 minute. This is connected. This is fine. This is the power. Okay, so just I will power the first one to check this. So you will see the multiple connectors. Mostly we use the multiple connectors like this. Okay. So what are the options you require? You should have multiple connectors. XT90 male then female, then XT60. So different connectors will be there. Okay. So that you have to analyze first what are the connections required. If you are not finding the same connectors, then you have to make that. So mostly during the learning, these are the things like you have to solder proper way every connectors, because every battery come with the different power rating, correct? So you should have different type of the connectors. Otherwise, this maybe supports 60 ampere, this will support 90 ampere. You go with the 150 ampere, then another connectors are there. So that way you have to check multiple options. So we have one, I think your battery connectors is actually XT90. So we can connect only XT90 related. This will connect. This all tested because that I am connecting, otherwise not connect. Okay, because if anything's wiring mistake are there, then actually becomes short circuit. If short circuit, then very dangerous. So most of the time when I give to the student, then I always check with the multimeters. So you have neutral to check that, correct? Ground and neutral you have to use to check. Keep your multimeter at the neutral point, then you can check. There will be sound when both are like a short circuit. So that way we are checking that. And once you are find okay, there is no problem, then only connect this type of battery. Okay, this is lithium-ion battery, correct? Very dangerous. So just I will check. I think this is fine. There is no problem with this. We will power the camera first. So I'm finding again difficulty in this. Connectors other side is different. This side is different. So I need to just connect again. Yes, we can check that. I just this see now very hard. Without controlling, you can't control this. This see very hard. Now you cannot control manually. Should control through the controller. Okay. So if you want to check, I think a signal we will check. Use the electron, then we can check. Okay. So I will show you first signal, then we will try with the what is called transmitting the signal. So let's time being we will remove this cap. Okay. Now you remove the cap. We'll see what is able to see. Or we can change the orientation at least. We can see the system. So let's just 1 minute. Just we will keep this very huge now, space is less. Yeah, just one. Yeah, so just I change orientation to nothing is there. That way we can check. Okay, so camera is on now. Is power disconnected? Yeah, power disconnected. I just will this. We'll try. We will power this. So just I'm powering again. I think I removed the power. So we just have to connect to this. Whole systems you can go through this. I think top equipment you are not able to see, but you can check that it's coming. Okay, so I will connect first. Let's select power. Now you can see. Okay, and if you power this, I think now this is not powered. I can power this also. So, oh, this is already powered. Okay, but there is a, like, you have to remove this for powering this. Okay, so this, once you remove this, then only this will be active for powering the instruments. Okay, see, anything is connected, just I have kept open this, but if connect with the fans or anything, or maybe servo or something like that, then you will get that. Okay, so let's, I will just take one servo here, try to connect it to the same. Now just I will power this also. Are you able to see this screen? First I will power, then I will try with the transmitting the this one. I have to check the wiring is correct or wrong. Now I have to look another alternative power where I can get, because everywhere connected. I have to power this. I don't have extension now. So what I can do is to check the another wires are there or not. I need extension wire. Can I get this way? We'll check this. This is another extension wire. Okay, we'll try this. I think yeah, this can be connected with this. See the wiring, huge wiring. When we need, when we are connecting, then lots of connectors require, lots of confusions, because that we are always do the electrical check, like all fault or any short circuit check. Otherwise one short circuit can damage the whole equipments. Not only damaging, but this will be dangerous for life also, because this will blast. So now I have to power our what is called monitor. Okay, so you have power. You can power this. This is not, yeah, it's getting powered. You can check that. It's also getting powered. There is no signal. Because you have not connected this, okay, either camera or this one itself, like your monitor, just your power, you have not connected that. Okay, so just take power first. This sound is coming out. Now just I'm connecting the camera. Okay, we'll see it. Signal is coming or not. So I have to check. So you're getting signal transmitted, correct? So just see, I think you are capturing the informations through the camera now. Now you can see this. Okay, I can just give you one call.
Sorry, your voice is not audible, sir.
Yeah, Srikant. So I think you got this signal, correct? Transmitted.
Yes, sir.
Only left the controlling part. You can check that. One PCB equipment is coming actually. They are delivering now. So you have dot anything because now huge. Just before going there, I will disconnect the battery. The battery has some problem. Okay, one just left. Is supposed to show you through the transmitter. you connect with the transmitter, then we can access everywhere other monitors also. So just I'm finding I should connect this power. Now just I will check if this is working, then fine. I have to just connect this. Let's build that. So just I'm connecting one cable, if you can see, and transmitter, and this is the connected with the your controller, correct? So this wire is already, I told you, there is a one wire, a cable connecting from the controller. So just see, this signal should not be reversed. So that is important again. Means what is the ground and what is the video signal is coming, it should connect properly. Otherwise there will be a problem. Yeah. So the signals should be correct. Maybe my mobile data network is not enough now. Yeah, so once you connected this, I think just transmitter I connected. This transmitter I connected, okay? This connected with the system, actually camera side, controller. You can see the wire, okay? So I done this. Now I was supposed to power this. Let's, we will paste on top. Just paste on top, okay? Communication system. So this connected. Now I'm supposed to power this. It's not, this quality is not good. Just 1 minute, I think camera got, I don't know, is it a data problem or something like that, because this video is coming like this way. Other qualities was the good. Okay, I will try to on this. Okay, so we'll see once I want to power. I don't know this is the correct or wrong. If anything's wrong, then whole circuit will burn. Just will power this to remove fast if any problems are there. This is connected. Stay safe. We'll see, it's not heat up. Yeah, you got it. Some problems. See how is in a slice that I connected. You're able to see that. So this got changed because signal connected. Now they loosed. So controller detected, but the control signal are not detected because this image looks like this. Okay. Now we'll check. I don't know, is it transmitted or not?
Your screen is stopped, sir. I think it's
Is it not transmitting now?
Yes, sir.
I think just have to check the data. Maybe internet is not there. What I should do? This 100%. No net pack. Just Now it's coming.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Yeah, so just you will see through some receiver. I have to check is it transmitted or not. This is the 5 point. Okay. Looks like all battery discharge.
Sound చేయండి.
If transmitter has some problem, then will it tough? I think getting heated this. I have to check another TX. Maybe next class I will show you. You have any questions? I will just disconnect the TX because I think this may be some problem. No, images is not coming actually. I think maybe transmitter issues is there. Other is supposed to get everywhere.
That means we can usually remotely by on the screen, and you can also use in the device. You can. That means you can. We can use that in remotely also, sir.
Which one?
No, you cannot put something.
No, only transmitter has a problem. Otherwise, mostly this after scanning supposed to come. But this has a particular channel detecting what I think maybe this getting heated outside. Previous time one TX burn similar type of TX. So maybe there is a possibility. We'll check one in otherwise there, but I think it is has some wiring problem. We'll check some. Just searching that if the data transmitted, then only this will give you. Otherwise, if nothing is detected, then can't detect, right? So searching the signal, if data transmitter might be will come, but there is some issue with this, I think so. You have to check somewhere basics wiring maybe. This detecting, actually detecting, and the signal transmission problem is there. Yeah, so I will stop. I think this one PCB related hardware is coming now, so I have to receive that. It's calling it.
Okay, sir.
Hello. हाँ MIT cafeteria. Just मैं नीचे आता हूँ. हाँ. Srikant. Tomorrow
Sir.
I will see you.
Sir, okay, sir. Sir, regarding the internship, my brother sent a one company information regarding the company name is Havas Aeronautics.
Can we discuss some other time?
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Oh yeah, because there's support.
Yes, sir. I can understand, sir.